everybody. This is my first video in almost a year. Yeah, I'm not excited. No, I really am. I'm just kidding. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do full face first impressions plus a wear test, and I'm gonna try to do the makeup application, the first impression, unedited, so that y'all can actually see, you know, like what's going on. And I'm sorry if I keep looking at different places. I don't really know where to look. But we're gonna do a first impressions and wear test, full face. I got a giant bag of the brand. Where's the foundation? Where did it go? There it is. LA Colors. So I was at my local Dollar General, and they recently redid some things, and I saw that they had this truly matte foundation, and I'm like, and I'm looking around some more, and they had lashes, and they had this absolutely amazing lip color. I don't think it's gonna pick up right on camera. It's like a beige, but it has like a purple tint to it. It's very strange. So we're gonna use that. And they had fancy highlighter. This is like a pink duochrome. So we're gonna play around. We're gonna do some makeup. Let's take it all out of the bag so I'm not digging in here throughout the entire video. So I have everything that we need. I got the smallest eyeshadow palettes in the world. I got 2 of those. Some blush, even eyebrow, highlight and contour. We'll go over all of that as I use it. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm just gonna try to get my hair. I let my hair dry on its own, so it is damp. And it's not greasy. It's just okay. So first I'm gonna start. They had LA Colors. It's a face primer, and it looks exactly like the Smashbox Photo Ready or whatever their fancy like clear one is. It looks exactly like that, and it was $3 for it's a half a fluid ounce, but you don't use a lot. So, and I'm gonna put that on my eyes a little bit too, because they didn't have like a separate eye primer, which I honestly don't usually use, like a separate eye primer. I usually just use kind of feels gross on my hands, so I'm gonna clean them off. I usually just use like concealer and set it with powder, but that's me. That's me. Okay, so gotta try to open this this stuff. I don't even know. I do have scissors. So I know not editing this might be a little boring, but I think a first impression to me should be unedited, because you don't know what is being said in the parts that are edited out. So I don't want to edit this, 1, because I'm lazy, at least I'm honest, and 2, because I want you guys to actually know what's going on. So it's pretty thick. Has a pump, and this, let me look, was $3.50, the foundation. It's pretty thick. And I'm just putting it on my, you can see my setup. Okay, I'm just putting it on my metal palette. Now I'm gonna use a brush on one side to apply. It's really thick. This is just a a foundation brush from Bare Minerals. Maybe I should have gone a little, I'm going to try to not. It doesn't really say anything about coverage. It just says long wearing high pigment foundation. Beep. It's called Truly Matte. So you would think that that means that it's a matte finish, but we'll find out. So, I mean, it doesn't look, the color match is good. Sorry, I'm trying to not, this is my first video in a while, and I'm trying to not cover my face. But I need to be able to see what I'm doing. I mean, it's giving decent coverage. You can see already. Let me just kind of spread this out. And I apply my foundation all the way down my neck. And I also take it back on my ears because I want it to look seamless. It does seem like it's settling into the pores. I have bad pores on my nose. And I have my period, so I do have a couple little pimples, little blemishes. But I mean, I think that's pretty decent. Now I'm just gonna use a blender sponge. It's not a beauty blender. I use the ones from Walmart, $3, and to me they're fantastic. And I did dampen this before I started to film. Now I don't usually use a beauty blender to apply my foundation. My usual everyday foundation is the CoverGirl Matte Made. I absolutely love it. Sorry, I'm gonna adjust you guys just a little bit. It's my absolute favorite. And that I find applies better with a brush. So that's how I normally do that. My normal makeup routine is pretty high maintenance. I use 2 to 3 different foundations. I know. 2 to 3 different foundations. But, I mean, if you're, like, into the makeup scene, like, you know how it is. I mean, this isn't applying too bad. It is definitely settling into my pores really, really bad. Let me get... I don't know if y'all can see. But it's you can see a little bit. It's really settling into. Now this side, the one that I did with the beauty blender doesn't seem like it's settled in my pores as much. Definitely need a milk coat on this a little bit more on this side though. Get around the piercing. So I think that is about as good as it's gonna get. So I'm just gonna set that stuff to the side. Now I don't know how long the wear test is gonna be. I mean, I want it to be a decent wear test, but I don't know how long it's going to be because I'm going to a funeral later today. And I don't know what time I'll get back from that. So it is, I don't know what time it is now. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, it's almost 2 o'clock. It's 20 to 1. So we started this around 1:30. And I'm just opening up a concealer. And this was $2. And it's just like a foundation stick. It's in the shade Light. This was the lightest one that they had. Now usually for my under eyes, I will do like a fair if it is available. What do I want to use to blend this out? Let's see. Let's use one of these. This is a brush from Eco Tools. It is actually a BB cream brush, but I like to use it occasionally depending on the type of concealer it is, to blend it out. And I'm just gonna, maybe the brush wasn't the best idea, because it actually seems to be picking it up instead of picking it up and taking it away instead of just spreading it around. Take some of that excess, put it, the areas where you occasionally want to have concealer. And I'm going to leave that out because we're going to use that then after we do brows. So what I'm opening up now is, and this is the only shade they have, it is in medium tan. So this is a highlight and contour palette. Now the contour, I don't know if I'm going to use. It is very, very, very warm toned, and I normally use a cool toned. Let my brain work. I normally use a cool toned contour. So I don't think I'm actually going to, ooh, this is really powdery. Let me show you. Yeah, it's all over the place. But I'm going to use the highlight to set my under eye. Because I like using a powder that's lighter than that. Oof, it's all over the place. And the pressed powder, the lightest, well, the one that they had, it actually seems a little dark. So let's check out. Let's see, we'll just pick up just a tiny little bit. And this brush is from Real Techniques. It's just a fluffy. I'm just gonna brush off some of the excess. Do we have pigment? A little bit. I'm brushing most of it off onto my hand. You can see it. So we're just gonna bronze up just a little bit because it's the end of November. To me, I don't tan during the summer, so I'm not gonna be like overly bronzy now because that's just weird. To me, that just looks weird. And to a point, there's a time of year. Now the contour wasn't as powdery as the highlight. Now I am gonna go in again. Now this I'm cheating a little bit. I already had it. It's LA Colors. And it's just a pressed powder in the shade Tan, which is about 2 shades darker than what I normally use. So I'm just going to go over again with that. And I'm going to use this to contour my nose. And this is, this is an eye brush from Eco Tools. I've had the Eco Tools brushes I've had them for years, at least 5 years, I would say. And I absolutely love them. I'm getting junk all over the place. And this one I like to use to contour my nose. I like to use this end to contour my nose. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit. Now I have a rather large nose to begin with. So when I contour my nose, I just try to thin it out. I know that a lot of the tutorials for contouring your nose, they make the tip more bulbous because that's like the look that most people want to achieve. Well, that's not what I want to achieve. So I don't do that. I just try to kind of darken it up on the sides a little bit. Okay. I didn't set anything with the pressed powder yet. Normally I set with a pressed powder. I will do that right around now-ish. But we're gonna do brows first. So I just have the LA Girls. It's just a plain old brow pencil. This was $1. And I forgot. This was $1. And so was what I used to contour my nose. That was also $1. So it does have a little crappy brush on the end of it. It's an okay color match. I'm sorry, guys. I know you can't really see much. I'm trying. It's a really, really soft pencil. So I might have to set this. Hopefully there's a shade. One of the eyeshadow palettes, I had only originally purchased one, and it has purples in it. But then I decided that just in case the brow pencil doesn't work out, I should purchase the one that has shades of brown in it, because then if I need to, my eyebrow hairs are not falling out, I tweezed them before I started the video. So it's probably just extra. It's not too bad. It's like, it's really, really waxy. Like really waxy. Which is good, because that means hopefully it will last for a decent amount of time. Now this is the one that's going to be a pain in the butt. I have a scar through this eyebrow. Sorry, it's hard to talk and do this at the same time. Definitely gonna have to try to go over ones. I think that's about as good as that's gonna get for now. So brows are done. I guess we will blush it up. So I got this. It's just like a crappy, not crappy. It's just like one of their regular blushes. This was $1. Or wait, was it $1.50? I don't see it on the receipt. I believe this was $1. Because I own a couple of these blushes. I actually really like them from LA Colors. But I wanted to try one that I like, a shade that I hadn't tried already. And I am not using this thing. I'm not using this crappy little thing. That's gonna go right in the garbage. I'm using the Kabuki fan brush from Milani. I like it because it has this edge on it, which is, it actually fits in this pan perfectly. And it's also, ooh, she's got pigment. It's also the perfect size to do blush. It is a light pink, so I am having, uh-oh, one of my lights died on this. Okay. Oh, they might auto turn off. That might be a possibility. Sorry, the lights I'm using are new, so I don't really know. Oh no, maybe it is dead, because now it just turned off again. Stop it. Alright. We will save. We're going to save the highlight because I feel like that's going to be fun. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go to eyes, and we have just the smallest eyeshadow palettes in the world. And let's see. You're supposed to be able to put it in your pocket. And this one is called Natural Darling. And it's just got shades of brown in it. And then the other one is Diva Glam. And then this one, it's got a couple brown shades. But it didn't have anything that would seem like it was even anything close to working with my brows, so that's why I decided to get another one. And then this has like that pretty pink and then some purples. Now, because I am going to be going to a funeral, I'm not going to go crazy with the eye look, and I'm now using the Angle Shader brush. It's a Moda Pro. These are their new brushes and I absolutely love them. So I'm just going to go into this guy right here, and I'm going to put that all over the lid. So we're gonna go for like a soft glam look because, you know, we don't want anything to be too crazy at a funeral. I'm just rubbing my brush on one of these like spongy things, brush cleaner things, dry brush cleaner things. I love that. Okay. So we might actually, what do we want to go into the crease with? This is a Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. They're all shimmers. So I'm gonna go into the Diva Glam one, and I'm thinking I'm gonna start with this shade right here. It's kind of like a mauve, but I guess that's the only thing they didn't have that is absolutely necessary, at least in my book, is a setting spray. So I am gonna end up using one that is not LA Colors, but I have oily skin, so I don't think it would really be fair to LA Colors to do this without the setting spray. Because I mean, any other foundation and powder and junk that I try, I'm going to use a setting spray. Okay, so let's deepen the crease a little bit. Get a different blending brush. What do I want to use? Okay, I'm going to use this from e.l.f. Sorry, my mirror. It's just a small, very small crease brush. And I'm gonna go in, I think I might use the contour shade from the Highlight and Contour palette. And I'm just gonna go like directly into the crease with that one. And I guess I know next time I do this to charge my lights before I get started. Okay, I guess that's gonna be that. Oh, now we lost another light. Yeah, we're gonna have to pick this up. I'm gonna charge. I'm not gonna do anything else. I will be right. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Lesson learned. Charge the lights before I start to film. Okay, so where were we? Eyes. I think so I'm using an E55 from Sigma, just the eye shading. I'm going to go into the contour shade and the contour and highlight again. And I'm just going to put this. This is really not pigmented at all. I mean, it's $1, so shouldn't expect a whole lot. Oh, there we go. Guess I just had to pick up a little more on the brush. I'm gonna take that into my lower lashes. And we'll blend that out a little more then. That's good for now. Okay. And now, let's see, I think I'm gonna go into the brown palette, and I'm just gonna use my finger to do this. I'm gonna go into this really dark shade here, and I think I'm gonna put that in the outer V. And like Tati says, put it on. Same finger on the opposite hand and use that so that you have the same or similar symmetry, because your reach will be the same. Ooh, too much. Too much, Danielle. But that's okay. We can clean it up. So I'm just going to take the Beauty Blender. This is the Sigma one that I was using. Beauty Blender. The blending brush. I'm just going to take the foundation brush. Just kind of go over that on the sides a little bit to tone it down. Okay. Next. I know exactly what I want to do next. I just need to find, we'll use this brush. So this is just an eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. So I'm gonna spray it with, what setting spray do we want to use today? We'll do some Fix Plus. Why not go big? And I'm gonna go into this more like bronzy metallic shade. And I am loading up the brush. Loading up the brush. Brush barely fits in it. Ooh, itch. Itch, 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 itch. And I'm taking that on about 3/4 of the lid, and I am taking it out into the outer V just a little bit to tone that down a tiny little bit. And next, I'm gonna take, I think this lighter, this is a shimmer. It's not very shimmery, but I'm gonna take some of that, pop it in the middle. Up a little bit. And let's see. Need to tone down the crease a little bit. So I'm just gonna blend that out. I'm just using from this palette. It's like a very, very pale pink. It's like barely pink. That should match skin tone enough. Hopefully. Hopefully. To blend this out. The blending is always like the worst part of this. It's so boring. But it's necessary. Okay. So I'm actually gonna take this crappy little applicator from that came with the palette. And I'm just using some of the color that I used in the outer V. To smoke out the lower lash line. But I'm just applying it directly to the outer third, and then I'm just like blending it out to the rest. Okay. really want to do like a pop of purple, but I don't know if that would be appropriate. But we're gonna do it anyway. Just on the lower lash line. I'm going into this bright purple right there. And we're just gonna do just a real tiny bit. See how it looks. Got it all over my eyeball. Come on, don't stain my eyeball. I think it looks fine. Okay. And there isn't really like a shade to do you like to highlight your brow, but I guess we'll do this really the palest shade. It's not a shimmer or anything. I prefer a shimmer, but it's pale. And we ended up not having to use any concealer on the brows, which was a good thing. That saved a little bit of time. Okay. So, let's set the face quickly. No. Okay, so this pressed these palettes were $1 a piece. I don't know if I shared that with you. So the pressed powder was $2. And it's in the shade Nude. It's the lightest one that they had. And I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush, and this is from the Moda Pro line. It's just the powder. The powder brush. Just taking that all over the place. Okay, not too bad. Not too shabby. And now we're gonna highlight, because I need to play with this highlight. I don't know why I'm whispering. And this highlight was $2.50, and it's in the color Flashing Pink. Oh, and it has a mirror and like a little sponge. We're not going to use that. This is the setting brush from Real Techniques. Just gonna swirl it up. And I'm not really seeing much. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's kind of powdery. It's not. Ooh, shit. Might be a bit much. We can always tone that down. Not too bad. Not too great. We can tone it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so lashes. Mascara. Alright, so I got some waterproof mascara. Waterproof mascara is the only mascara that I use. So I was excited to actually be able to find waterproof. And this was $1.50. And then I do have liquid liner. Now I'm not a big fan of liner, to be honest. Like liquid liner, I don't use it. I hardly ever use it at all. Oh, and then these were $1. It's just like a pencil, a black pencil liner. Ooh, that's hard. That's really hard. Let's see if we can... It like doesn't want to go on the waterline at all. Ooh, that actually hurts. Yeah, it's not tight lining. It's actually ripping my lashes out. Yeah, that's a no. That's a hard no. That's going in the garbage. That actually hurt. So far we only have one hard no. I mean, that's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Alright, so let's curl the lashes. We'll pop on some mascara. Oh, it's a nice big brush. Really big brush. Ow. Alright, had to take a break because I rammed myself in the eye. Mascara really, I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's not terrible, but it's also not that great. I mean, for $1.50, what are we expecting? Let me see if I can clean up what I got all over my face when I just stabbed myself in the eye. Well, it's coming right off at least. That's good. Okay. It's not too bad. It's pretty bad, actually. Okay, let's take a look. You know what? I have some chapstick on. Let's take a drink of coffee. Get some of that. Off. This is just a matte lip color, and it's in the shade Eclipse. It's very, very, very runny. Like, it almost feels more like a gloss, but it is drying very fast. So we'll let that dry, and then maybe we'll do another. Okay, now I just have, it is waterproof liquid liner. Well, no, smudge proof. I apologize. And I don't do liner a lot. Going on pretty good. It's actually going on very, very nicely. Maybe this will make me want to do liner more often. just doing like a very, 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 very almost not even there wing. Just like a little cat wing. And we're gonna let that dry because I can feel it. It is very wet. And we'll have to clean that guy up a little bit. I'm kind of impressed by the eyeliner, to be honest. Not too sure. I don't know how I feel about trying these lashes. I just don't. I don't know, guys. And I think I really like the color of this lip. I really do. It is so pretty. But we'll see how it goes. We definitely need lashes because this mascara didn't do anything. So we're gonna, these are Wispies. They were $2.50. $2.50. It even came with adhesive. They look really long and very strange. I don't know how the band is really thick. Like, really thick. Like, I don't know. Look at that. Like, that's incredibly thick. I'm just trying to shape it a little bit. Help if I put it on the right eye, right? And I'm just gonna trim that a tiny little bit. Too much, but oh well, we'll go with it. Let's try the adhesive that it came with. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Really looks pretty good. I have a fan over here, so I'm just letting this hopefully dry a little bit. Let's break out some tweezers and see if that's gonna help. First check-in, the lashes had to come off. They're just, no, just don't even bother. The bands were too thick and they just wouldn't stay, and you can literally see the band. So no, we'll try this again. So final check-in, guys. Makeup's been on for 10 hours and I'm shiny as fuck. So definitely not a matte foundation. The mascara, although waterproof, ran a little bit. Not a whole lot. A little bit. The lashes had to come off. So these are different lashes. These are from Kiss. They're my favorites. Had to wear decent lashes. I mean, can't go out in public with shitty lashes. That's just blasphemy. I won't be using the foundation ever again. The brows stayed very nice, so I'll probably use that pencil again. Mascara's a no-no. The eyeliner stayed on very nicely, so that'll be used again. The lipstick, I just forgot to apply it again. There were more important things to do. And I mean, the eyeshadow stayed kind of nice. I mean, the pigment, I mean, it muddied a little bit, but it could be a lot worse. A full face with everything for like 20 bucks. Can't really beat it. Well, I guess it was more like 30. So yeah, I'm gonna wash this shirt off and I'm gonna go to bed now. See you next Sunday.